Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Welcome to my mess. Today is August 28th of 2025. It's Thursday. It's 62 degrees Fahrenheit or 17 degrees Celsius at about 6:30 a.m. My points, I'm going to do you the updates on them. I'm going to show you the forest, well, that started, some of the ones that took, some of the ones that didn't take. We're going to repot two because these are the cuttings that I did on 5/18 of 2025. So we have to fill in the horse wall forest that we tried to make, and that one was done on, let's see, 1/31 of 2024. And then April 14th of 2025 we'll repotted it, but I'm going to have to take out two little pukey ones, and then I'll put them in some soil into some pots here. And Mr. Elephant has a nice scoop of Wildwood Organics mycorrhiza. It has both endo and ectobacteria in it. Mr. Elephant's all ready. Everything is stirred up in there. Let me give it a little more of a stir. This is just to help to get everything growing. And then with some of the leftovers I'll make on the side, but not on camera because it'll take too long. I got a little pot from Roy, and I'll put maybe a couple of poinsettias and try to make a little forest out of that, and then I'll do a shorty to show you how I did it. But let's get cracking over here. And then I got some from Marisol Deely from Frostbite Bonsai. She said try Repti grass, and I think this is the only one that I could find. It's green sphagnum moss, and I'll use that for the horse. So let's get all this stuff out of the way. Put this on the side. This guy here. Here's our horse. I'll take him out a little bit. And this one did not grow. I thought it did. But as you can see, there's nothing there. And this one, nothing at all either. This one did not root. Now these two did not root, but I'm not giving up on them. They might and they might not, but I'll leave them in here for now, and we'll just fill in the gaps. So the first thing I'm going to do is rough up the soil here with the sand that was in there. And all these roots over here are from this tree right here. You can see how nice it's growing. So this one took. This one took. So let's move this over to here by the wall. I'm just going to munch this up because the sand did not let everything drain properly. I'm just going to take that out. Mr. Spoon, where'd you go? Here you are. Oh. You got everything sitting on you. Let's take that out of there. Sometimes certain sands only are good for decorations, and that's it. So, got them roots there. Let's see if I can take one out. I'm going to have to cut it and see if we got a root on there. Ah, yes, we got a root on this one. Look how nice it looks. So, get a little spot here. And this is filled with roots from the poinsettia. That poinsettia really spread out its roots. So I'm going to put this into here. Just make a little pocket. And take some of our 50-50 mix of coco coir and sand for better drainage. And with the rain out there and the cloudy weather, I think this point will take off good. Now, I don't think I'm going to put another one over here. I just did that as a cutting. So we're going to leave that there. Put our rock back. Just let that one grow in the corner. Maybe this one in the corner we can put another one. Because the roots didn't get this far yet, even though they are starting to. So let me rip out one. These little plastic trays rip easily, so that's good. And you can see the little root system starting to come on this one. So put it right there. Probably didn't get it out enough. Just like that. Let's get a little bit of soil here. Because I'm going to cover up these roots from the poinsettia. Now I got still time for these to take. And I'll get them outside right away. And I'll just throw a little bit of sand mixed here. And just press them in. Make sure they got good contact with the soil. I'll put our little horse there. Now, put a little bit more of our mix here because I got plenty of other mix that should be good for the other one. And then I'm going to repot all these in little pots that I have left. Let's turn that around so you can see. And the soil and the poinsettia roots are really something. They're really how this tree stretches out with its roots. Really something. This will go back out into the... we got a nice rain coming down, so that should help these cuttings take off. Plus with the beneficial bacteria, should help them out a lot. Before I do anything else, I'm going to water this one in with the beneficial bacteria. Get it all around for the other ones. This guy here gets a little bit. Now, let's open up the bag and see what we got. Let's get this out of the way. And let's see how this moss will work. Doesn't say nothing about wetting it or anything. But we shall see. Spread it out. See if it grows. This is all this is green sphagnum moss. So we'll see how it holds in with the wind and the rain and everything out there today. Looks like it might work, Marisol Daly from Frostbite Bonsai. Give her channel a check out. She had some frost already. She's all the way up in the northern parts of Canada. So let's hope this holds in nice. There. A little bit of grass, it'll go outside. We'll go from there. The horse got plenty of grass to eat. Because usually with moss in the wintertime, for me it doesn't grow. Especially in the wintertime inside. But for your tropicals, this seems like a pretty good idea. I can get it to stay down. Just I gotta wet it real good. And we'll try that and see how it works. See how your idea works, Marisol. Looks pretty good so far. I won't do a lot today because we got to start the little forest. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So let's get this out of the way for now. So that's that part. You can see how green the grass is with it. So that's good. Well, I know the table's going to get wet. I'm going to have to wipe it anyway. So what are you going to do? So let's put this guy here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it all. We got the little pot. I'll wipe my hands. Now on the bottom on these pots, you know, when they make them, they got all those little indentations in there to hold water. So what I'm going to do on this one is just fill the bottom with #1 cherry red chicken grit. Get my little cup here. Just add all that in there. And that should help with the drainage. Because all this is, it's harder than quartz. I think they make this out of, how do they call it? Yeah, they made it out of quartz. They just grind them down to various sizes. So it's harder than quartzite. So, I have, put this on the bottom. These are just my little mixes. And I have to mix more, but you know, Tom, this is just a 50-50 mix of sand and coco coir. So we're just going to put I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 3. We'll see how they look in there. Just for that layer on the bottom. For some good drainage. So, let me see. Out of all the ones we have here, let's get this up. You can see them all. So, I'm going to have to cut these on the side and pull them out of here. I sharpen my root cutting scissors. Let's get this all tore out. And you can see that this one has just a little bit of roots starting. So that one will have to go in another pot. So I'm going to have to put this on the side. Right there. So some of these got roots, some of them don't. Or do not. Now this one has a little bit of a roots that it started. So I'm going to stick that one in there. And this one here, you can see it does have roots starting. So I'm going to stick that about here. And one good thing with the sand, the coarse sand that holds your trees in place. And you know, with Tom goofing around and getting everything, trying to get everything growing, let's get this guy out of here. If there's any roots on him. And you can see the making of the roots on this one. We'll put him there, or her there, because these are females. Sorry, ladies. There. The other ones I'm going to have to give them a good pot so I can get these roots to grow. I should have did that a little bit earlier, but I didn't. I did not. So I think we can put this one here. This one a little more soil here. This one a little more soil here. Let's see what else we have here. Put my tag on the side. I think I'll get the little ones out. Now this one you can see too has a nice little root system growing. So this one can go into here. And the sand is heavy enough to hold it down. That one over there a little bit. Something like that. It's just the forest grows the way the forest grows. Wherever the seed falls, that's where it falls. So I have one smaller one here I can take out before it gets any pukier. You gotta really cut it out. Push it out from the bottom. And you can see a nice root system on that. I think we can get this one in right over here. Move this guy over just a little bit. And then I gotta allow it to dry out because sometimes in the heat of the day I didn't have a chance to get it, especially when I couldn't walk a lot. The last few days. But we do it. Gotta keep moving. No matter what. No matter what. Now these are very, very tiny roots on here. So we're just gonna get them. This forest started. I got a little rock I can put in here. And we're just gonna get it in with our fingers, and I'll probably have to mix some more soil for this. And I should have enough in here. Then decorate it with a little Santa Claus or something later. And then we'll do an update to see how they take off. But right now all this has to go outside. With the good cool weather, it's good for growing roots. There we go. I got a bunch of pots in from Roy, so I'll have to show you that in another video. We'll go from there. And now I can put this on a flatter surface so it'll be dry. They can dry out a little bit and then grow. So let's get Mr. Elephant. And we got all that beneficial bacteria in here. So that should help with the roots to grow. And there goes my measuring cup on the floor. I gotta pick that up later, but you can see with cuttings, we'll see what cuttings growing. You can see this thing does drain good. Look at that. But there's your little forest. And we could probably put some moss on there later, but right now I gotta push this in. Push it in. And then put it outside. You can see there's a little bit of pockets here. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta work it in. But I'll get some of my sand later and put it on the top here to help it look like a nice little forest type setting. And that'll help with the drainage more. And I think we can go from there. And to keep in with the season coming up, what do I got? Got good old Kris Kringle out in the forest. So, that's how everything looks. You have a good day and enjoy your poinsettias. These other ones, I got some pots. I'm going to put them in, get the root system growing, and we'll go from there. We'll have a nice little forest. And I can even stick one in here, make something like this. We'll see. You take care, everybody. Have a good day. And remember, today is Thursday. It's book night. Shut that phone off for an hour. Put it in another room so you don't be bothered with it. Make yourself a cup of tea. Get a book. Any book. Feel the pages. Go through the book. Feel it in your hands. Sit in your easy chair. Turn the light on. Turn everything else off. Radio, anything. TV's off. And read a book. Take care.